gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series lightweight division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. Representing Black Sheep Boxing, he stands 6 feet, 3 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 155.8 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, today he seeks his 4th victory as an amateur. This is Jaxon Parks! And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Representing Gracie Baja Woodlands, he stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Woodlands, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, 1 loss. This is the Professor, Joel Heinen! Your referee in charge of the action, Professor Joel Solis.
Jaxon Parks, the Professor Joel Heinen, and this fight is officially underway. Jaxon Parks opens up with some strikes.
The grappler went in for the takedown right away. Let's see if he can get it done.
Joel Heinen trying to take it to his world, taking it to the ground, looking for that high single finish.
There's that underhook that he needs. I'm sure he's been preparing for this, knowing that he's going up against a jiu-jitsu black belt, so let's see how well he has prepared for this takedown attempt.
There you go!
Joel Heinen working really hard for this high single. Will all that investment into this takedown pay off for him? Had to transition to a over-underhook position. Now they're back to the center, neutral.
Joel Heinen with the kicks and the strikes.
He's got a great striking coach in Matt Wald working his corner.
Jaxon circles off. Smart of
Heinen
him.
now needs to be careful.
Can't lunge in with that chin up like that.
Once again, working for that high single leg. Will it pay off? Taking on the most experienced fighter on the card tonight, Jaxon Parks, with 7 fights under his belt.
Beautiful switch defense. Those takedowns are going to wear down Joel there. He's getting tired.
There we see the experience of Jaxon Parks, looking really composed out there.
That's what happens when you have one goal. You put so much emotional value into it that if he doesn't get that takedown, I want to see how he emotionally can recover from it. It happens so often to see fighters get let down when they can't do that one thing they want to do.
Over-underhook position now from these 2 fighters.
Pulls guard.
Professor Joel Heinen opting to pull guard. High guard now. Let's see what he can do with it. Needs to make something happen. Has just under a minute left in this opening round.
I think it's a smart choice with short time on the clock to pull guard and take him to his world.
You don't see that too often in mixed martial arts these days. We'll see.
You don't. Sometimes you have to adapt. That takedown was wearing him down. And,
yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. He's investing a lot of energy in those high singles.
But you see the experience from Jaxon. Beautiful get up. Avoiding those sub attempts.
Overhand right there from Parks. Into the kick. Oh.
Oh, I heard that. How much does that hurt?
You know what? It can be completely debilitating as far as if it's right on the button. But you know what, man? I've always had a solid cup in place.
Right.
You have the cup, and then you have the spandex over top of it to just keep it in place. Like, I see a lot of guys where their cups are just always just not doing their job or out of place.
Insert cup ad here.
But no, it's probably the worst pain that a guy can go through.
I feel for you. And he recovers, and we're back at it.
Oh, big spinning back fist there from Joel Heinen. Probably the best strike of the night.
You don't really know how to respond or what to do in these situations until you're put there.
Parks, the longer and rangier fighter, taking advantage from that outside range on Heinen.
Oh, spinning. Here goes that back fist again. I like seeing Jaxon controlling that distance and using his length.
Using those teeps to control the range.
Oh.
Once again, Heinen going to the well. Once again, looking for that spinning back fist.
I don't know. Sometimes Jaxon gets a little relaxed here, and Joel gets to capitalize on it.
Good crossface defense there from Parks. Forcing Heinen to go up top.
As a shorter fighter, he needs to get that head control. He gets under that chin. If he does not have to get the head control, it's quite hard to take him down.
Thought for a second there that Parks was trying to set up a throw, like a wizard throw. Oh, big knockdown from Parks.
Protect yourself at all times. He broke away, and Jaxon capitalized on that. And he lets him up.
Scored a big left hook there off of the clinch, as you were saying, B. Had his hands down off of the break. Man.
Now he's lunging. This can be dangerous. Can we see a submission attempt from Jaxon Parks on the black belt? That would be quite interesting.
We've seen more unheard of things before in this cage.
Right, you never know what's going to happen in there.
Man, Parks is just looking more and more confident as the time clicks by. As this fight moves on to deep waters.
Joel's got to get that head up. There we go. My wrestling coach used to tell me, wherever you look is where you're going to go. You can't look down when you're trying for a takedown.
Can Heinen drag him to the floor? Just too much leverage for Parks.
Beautiful knee.
And once again, Heinen pulling guard.
It almost seems like he has a really good gauge of time. He's done it both at the last minute.
Parks wanting none of that, opting to stand back up, cut him loose.
Smart decision.
Yeah, I'm curious if that was part of Heinen's strategy, is that, hey, if you can't get the takedown, last 45 seconds, go ahead and pull guard.
Not a bad idea. You just got to capitalize on that guard pull.
See if he tries to pull guard again. Just under 10 seconds left. He opts to try to finish strong with some strikes.
That's how you take up a round. Jaxon can't be too lax here.
And the round ends with a high kick from Parks. Be sure to follow us on our social media, Fury FC Facebook and at Fury Fighting on Instagram. Give a shout out to your favorite fighter and favorite fight of the night here as we head into the third and final round of this lightweight matchup between Professor Joel Heinen and Jaxon Parks. B-Win, when's your next fight coming up? Are you able to announce that?
No, we haven't gotten an opponent yet, but I'm looking to make my return July or August.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, got some time here.
Have you been getting much training in here in Houston as you've been back?
I have not. I've only been in for 2 days, but I do reside in Vegas now, so I'm training full-time at Extreme Couture.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, lots of training.
And here tonight, we are about to enter the third and final round.
Joel has a great corner, but it's all up to the fighter to see if they can execute what they're told.
Yeah, a lot of fight experience and high fight IQ in that corner of Joel Heinen.
Right.
You have to be expecting that. They told him, you need a finish to win this fight. And he's going for it.
He's got to break that posture down of Jaxon. Jaxon is tall, so when he's sitting up, it's quite hard to throw any submission attempts here.
Oh, elbows to the body. Trying to wear down Joel Heinen.
That's a smart strike from amateurs. That elbow to the body will break it down.
Big welts on the right side of Heinen's face.
There we go. We got to break that posture down if he's going to get any submission attempts here. Jaxon doing a beautiful job of sitting up and getting strikes in.
Does Heinen have the juice to score a big submission and comeback victory?
He's got to open that guard if he's hoping to get some submissions going. He's only going to take punishment from here. It's not as easy of a transition that people think, coming from, even if you're a black belt, into MMA. MMA grappling is a whole sport in itself. And as I say that, he's throwing up an armbar? No, not quite there.
Yeah, a lot of awareness right now from Parks. It's going to be a hard transition for him to go for that armbar if he does.
Very hard to execute against the cage there.
And as we say that, he's got the leg across. Can he get the angle he needs?
Let's see if Jaxon's got wits about him to defend this. He has
Oh.
the cage on his side, though. If he can keep stacking Joel against that cage. And he's out.
Heinen now,
Now he's in danger.
rolling the angle. How incredible would that be? Just under a minute left in this lightweight matchup.
I think Jaxon needs to rain some punches here.
And here the corner of Joel Heinen screaming at him. If there's ever a time for him to act with some urgency, this would be the time. 30 seconds left.
And we're up.
Heinen needs to go for broke if he expects to win this fight.
He does. He needs to. Oh,
Parks
beautiful.
with
Knee
the
to
big
the head.
knee. It was a reinforced knee behind the head. Grab the back of the head and pull the head down into the knee. It's a foul in amateur fighting. Referee Joe Solis checking in on Heinen. You gotta wonder how this is gonna pan out.
Joe did say he was taking a point from Jaxon.
If he takes a point away, will that be enough?
We'll see. It's been a dominating performance so far by Jaxon. That was a large mistake, grave mistake by Jaxon.
If Heinen is unable to continue, it may be a disqualification win for Heinen. If it goes to the scorecards, Heinen's lost all 3 rounds, and it won't be enough. It would be a 29-27 victory. We'll see how this pans out. There's only less than 30 seconds left?
Joe Solis is calling the doctor, doing his due diligence. We'll see what the doctor says. He's calling it.
Oh, the referee's... And the doctor calls the fight.
They're calling it. This will be a disqualification.
We'll see what the final word is. I'm not sure if they're going to give it a no contest or...
A lot of tension in the air right now. We're trying to wait and see what the final decision is. Joe Solis is quite experienced, so I trust that he'll make the right choice.
They're debating on if it's going to be a no contest or a disqualification. We'll see how this pans out.
This is a great lesson for these amateur fighters.
No contest or
Anything can happen in there.
That was not accidental.
So Heinen's corner is making the argument that, hey, if it was an accidental foul, then it could be possibly ruled a no contest. But if it was an intentional foul, even if it was a mistake, he intended to do that, should have known the rules that they're calling for the disqualification. We'll see what the official decision is here shortly. We wait with anticipation the final decision here for Joel Heinen and Jaxon Parks. It's either a no contest or a disqualification. We'll see what referee Joe Solis decided.
I think we're about to find out here.
Let's get the official decision from Wayne.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 2 minutes, 42 seconds into round number 3, declaring your winner by disqualification due to an illegal reinforced
Wow.
knee to the
Wow.
head. Joel, the Professor Heinen.
The crowd is not happy.
Wow. Prior to the foul, Jaxon Parks was looking really sharp.
It's a great performance, but it ain't over until it's over. And unfortunately tonight, it was over due to his illegal strike.
Just goes to show the importance of knowing the proper rules going into the fight.
Right.
No reinforced knees. Because of that, that cost him the victory, as Joel Heinen earns his second victory in mixed martial arts and improves to 2-1. Congratulations to him and his team.